Swarnamai, what happened to Swarnamai? She's muted herself. Swarnamai, what happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please speak about this.
Wonderful picture.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful picture.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Wonderful picture. One sentence. Okay. You need to speak more, my dear.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. What else can you see? Can you just see what all you can see? Just, it's a wonderful picture. Why is it wonderful, dear? What all you
Water.
can see? Yeah. What's the color of the water?
Blue.
Is it a blue? Is it dull blue? Is it bright blue? Or is it attractive blue? Is that an attractive blue or is it very dull and boring blue?
And light blue.
Bright blue. Oh, wow. Very good. Okay.
Fish. Red fish.
Okay. What's the color of the fish?
Hmm. Orange.
Orange. Okay. Golden orange. Okay. It's little.
Orange.
Uh-huh.
He's right now swimming. This.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's swimming. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Then what dress is he wearing? What is he doing? Other than the fish and the water, what else can you see?
Easy observation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What did he say? What did he say?
Observation.
He's observing. What is he observing, dear? Hmm? He's observing under the seabed. Are there the different kind of what do you call corals, plants that is there under the seabed?
It's
Yes, that's a seabed. Yeah.
Here's some pants.
Okay. Then what else?
Um,
Mm-hmm. What is he doing? Is he walking? He's swimming? He's scuba diving? Or he's skiing? What is he doing, dear?
swimming.
Okay, this sport is called as scuba diving. Okay, so you dive into the sea at the bottom of the sea, and you can see that. Okay, I'll ask somebody else also to speak, so they will also speak. Okay, good. So so what you said the water is blue in color. It's a lovely color, and you can see that there are fishes, and he's swimming down in deep in the ocean. Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
what you will say is, wow, this picture is it's wonderful because the sea water is so clear and it's lovely, attractive blue. There's a lot of fish that is swimming, and this man is exploring the seabed, and it looks fantastic. And I like the way he is looking so confident about the way he's carrying himself. He must have practiced a lot to do what he's doing, and the picture is come out really well. Okay, so you can say all these things to describe the paragraph. Okay, Tia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you just have to continue. That's it. Only continuity is missing. Otherwise, yeah, this picture is wonderful. Why did you like it? Because the water is clear. So you don't have to be afraid. Okay, dear? You can just
Yes.
express. Even if it is correct or not correct, it's okay. It is wonderful because the water is very bright. I like that blue. Just speak like this. Okay, don't have to worry about it. All right, now I'm going to ask Antonia Sareng. Antonia, do you like this picture? Antonia is not able to hear me. Antonia, Bismita, Priyadarshini Paul.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Priyadarshini, you tell me about this particular. Today, you all guys will take the class, and I'm just going to listen to you. What
Okay.
can you, yeah, what it's basically my assessment today. Have I taught you enough? I've taught you so much of intonation, opposites, idioms and phrases and grammar and reading a passage. So, today I'm like, self check, 1 month since you're there with me. So
Okay.
Sindhu is like going to check, like ये बच्चे बोल सकते हैं या नहीं, so ये आपका इंटरव्यू नहीं है, ये मेरा इंटरव्यू है, ठीक है? तो मैंने आपको क्या पढ़ाया? What did I teach you? What did you learn? Are you able to speak? If you're able to speak and confidently, clearly, without any problem, that means, okay, I get 50%. Okay. And if you will
Okay,
be
ma'am.
able to speak 20, 25 sentences like continuously, I'll be like, okay, that's 99%. Still, then 1% will be the benefit of the doubt. Okay. So let me see Priyadarshini Pal, who has been
मैम
so.
मैं सिर्फ 2 ही चीज बोल सकती हूँ और कुछ नहीं.
ए बाबा, तो मेरा तो 10 marks भी नहीं है. 50 तो छोड़ो. 50, leave 50, I'll be able to get hardly 10 marks. Okay, Priyadarshini, I had more expectation from you because you're so regular.
ओके मैम.
Yeah, so please 50 करके पास करवा दो मुझको.
मैम इम्प्रूवमेंट हो जाएगा मैम, फिर थोड़ा थोड़ा धीरे धीरे इम्प्रूवमेंट हो जाएगा.
एक महीने से अभी भी इम्प्रूवमेंट नहीं हुआ. ए भगवान, तो I have to
हो
change.
जाएगा.
Okay, fine. Yes.
Okay. First point is this picture is called scuba diving. Scuba diving is also called underwater diving.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then this person take with him silver cylinder, which is क्या उसको कहते हैं, which is full of oxygen.
Mm-hmm. Cylinder.
Oxygen
Okay.
cylinder.
Oxygen cylinder. Mm-hmm.
Then बस इतना ही मैम.
Okay. Okay, fine. Not bad. Then who else is there? Swarnamai finished. Swarnamai, are you there? Priyadarshini,
Yes,
Antonia?
ma'am.
Okay, Swarnamai, please speak. Would you like to speak about this?
I am to finished, ma'am.
Swarnamai finished?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't hear you. What did you say? Oh, you said blue and all that. Okay, okay, okay. Antonio should have spoken. Antonia Soreng? Antonia Soreng always present, but I can never hear her. Okay, let me go on to the next one. Sai spoke? Sai?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what about you? Did you,
Okay.
why don't you speak about this? Yeah.
Okay. This image showing ocean, under ocean, and there are a team who visit that place, like under the sea, and he enjoying the nature of ocean, and
Mm-hmm.
mm, and I think he's searching something, something oldest, like any kind of temple, any kind of boat, any kind of ship, anything else,
Mm-hmm.
which destroyed by an incident.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's it, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much. Not bad. At least you guys can speak this much. That's very nice. Okay. Okay, here's another picture. Very nice picture, very beautiful picture. Okay. I'm going to ask from backwards now. I'm going to ask Sai to speak.
Yeah.
Sai and then Priyadarshini and then Vismita and then Swarnamai. Yeah, that was the order. So I'm going to ask you backwards. Tell me something about this picture.
Me first, man.
Yeah, you were the last one, no? Last in the last picture
Yeah.
you spoke
Okay.
last. So now this picture you'll speak first.
Hmm. Tell about that picture only, na?
Yeah, tell about this picture only. Whatever you can see in this picture, you can talk
Okay.
about it. It's basically to do with your body language class. So, one of the pictures.
Okay. Okay. First of all, this is a team of any kind of company, and this is the team of a certain company which uh, taking some photo, one photo, uh, and
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
it can also a job interview, but only three ladies are have some resume, something, some files on his her hand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, to um,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Okay. That's it. Another two sentences, and I'll go to the next person. There's
yeah,
so much you can speak about this.
yeah.
Mm. Not bad. At least you said that's just like a job interview. The ladies are holding the file. Okay. Then. Mm.
And last thing, they are smiling.
Okay, they're smiling. Okay. Now I'm going to ask Priyadarshini Pal to speak.
Okay, ma'am. Um, they were sitting on a baseline. Hello,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am.
Yeah, I'm listening, dear.
They were sitting in baseline, and next they were wearing no.
Western formal.
From formal shirt.
Western formal dress or clothes. Western formal clothes. Okay.
Ma'am, Western,
Western, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Western formal, na ma'am.
Yeah. I mean, like, because the women, especially, I'm talking about men. So there's no nothing else.
Okay.
No, that's just formals. But I'm talking about the women in general.
Yeah.
And in India, you seldom come across people wearing tie. And you only come across that in the, in people abroad, especially in UK and all that, because it's based on the based on the weather also. But there, most of them you'll find dressed up like this. Here, not all of them dress up like this all the time. You get it?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hmm. Um, they were hygienic and clean. Oh, okay, hygienic. Then next, um, grooming. They are sorry,
They're very well groomed.
well groomed. Okay, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Next, what
Okay.
is it, ma'am?
Okay. So, Swarnamai?
Yes, ma'am.
Swarnamai, you can tell something about this photograph, what you can see, the body language, the best gestures.
All are looking so gorgeous.
All are looking gorgeous. You can use the word gorgeous only for girls. All are
Oh,
looking good, you can say. Yeah, gorgeous is especially for girls. Handsome, good looking, attractive. Handsome and good looking, no, handsome. Only handsome can be used for men, but good looking, she's very good looking, he's very good looking. Yes, for both the genders you can use. But gorgeous, definitely for women. Handsome for men.
yes, ma'am.
All are looking gorgeous, so will not be. The women are looking gorgeous. The men are looking handsome, extremely attractive. All are looking attractive. You can say,
All are looking attractive.
yeah, very attractive. Okay.
Yes.
Then,
पानी पीछे लेना.
okay. Then,
Then all are Western dress code.
Western coat. Then,
Then our interview all are
they're all waiting for an interview. Okay. Then,
and then all are smiling face.
okay.
Then all are discipline maintain.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Now I'll ask Bismita to speak a little bit about this photograph. Thank you, Swarnamai.
Yeah.
Very good effort. Very good effort, Swarnamai. Yes, dear.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yeah. Okay. So from this picture, it's what I come across is see clearly it's a picture of a campus placement or a campus routing a program, and we can see these five students who are very much hopeful, very much excited at the same time. They are very much anxious that they are looking forward for the job interview. It seems, and looking at the attire they're wearing, they're perfectly groomed with the corporate attire that is very much for a corporate sector jobs. And it seems like everybody is from a managerial institute doing their management courses and have completed it recently. And from the smiles, no, we can figure it out that four of them are very much confident, and the one sitting at the middle, he is kind of nervous, but at the same time, he is hopeful that he'll get selected. And from the body languages, it's a perfect the way the etiquette they are following, and the way they are dressed up, and the way they are sitting. If you see, their hands are in their laps, which means that they are well prepared and they're very much confident about themselves. So yeah, everything about them seems extremely correct for the placement interview, and this is the way one should dress up while sitting for an interview. May it be a digital one or it may be a formal one or a face-to-face one. And yeah, this is clearly a scene of a placement interview, a camp placement, where the students are going to be placed in some near future companies. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. Very good. Okay. I just liked very nice. Everybody spoke nice, much better than the first pictures. Everybody spoke, isn't it? Sai Krishna, everybody spoke. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I just like to draw the attention of the men. We have Sai Krishna here and all the women, Priyadarshini, Bismita, and Swarnamai. Okay. See, we live in India. In India, this is about your body language, especially for your interviews in terms of attending an interview, whether it is as mentioned, whether you're facing an interview online or virtually or in online or in person, irrespective of whatever the mode of interview is your body language has to project a certain mode of enthusiasm, eagerness, and looking forward, and give your best projection in a very positive manner. Okay. Now, the men you see, okay, there, can you see my cursor? Can you see my cursor, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
You can see my cursor. Okay. The men have to sit their shoulder, their knees, and their toes, okay, their feet is in the same angle, not very far, not very close. Okay. Now let me tell you that in India, we women wear saris and we wear salwar kameez. So however we sit, it doesn't really matter because subconsciously we feel that right from a young age, we are covered. Okay. So women actually do not really give so much of importance to the way they sit. Look at the way the women are sitting. They're wearing very short skirts, like a Western formal skirt, which is of course office attire, and the way they're sitting, it's very, very, very formal. I mean, like nothing revealing, not at all distractive, and very cautious. They're very cautiously sitting because they've been trained from a very young age to sit like this because they have been brought up wearing all these kind of clothes. So from a very young age, they always make it a habit to keep their knees together, feet together, tucked under the seat. See, these men's feet is a little bit forward than the women's feet. It is little just below the seat. Have you noticed it? Look at this woman, perfectly sitting. Her feet is below, tucked below the seat. Okay, now this kind of a projection will make your backbone straight. You're ready to get up anytime and maintain that posture and walk. But how do we Indian women sit? We slouch, we spread our legs. Men too don't ask. They sit as if the legs can spread up to 360-degree angles or whatever. You know? Like, have you noticed? Like, I don't know how many of you commute in the local transportation system. But if there is a man, no, he will not sit with his legs closer to himself. He'll just, widely open it, and will be looking with his pot belly and all, no anything but appealing. Okay. Very seldom you will see a boy or a guy sitting in this posture. So this is the correct way of sitting. Okay, this is exclusively for Sai because Sai is the only boy in my class now. So Sai, when you're sitting or using a chair, your feet has to be placed firmly on the ground. Your knees and your shoulder length should be the same. Look at that box, perfect box. Okay, so that is the exact way of sitting.
Yeah,
Open and body gestures, very positive self-image, not looking down, not looking down. Okay. Girls, always practice to sit. Can you all, I don't know how you're sitting or where you're sitting, but try and sit with your knees together and feet together. Little difficult. None of you can do that. I can guarantee you because it comes with a lot of practice, but nevertheless, not too late. Try to sit with your feet together, your knees together, and sit upright. Okay, so this is all I have to say about the interview. And another thing you must have noticed, look, this guy with a button open and this guy with a button closed. Okay, maybe he's attending an interview. It's all right. It really doesn't matter. But otherwise, in a normal situation, if he is keeping his button open, if button closed, that means he's a very closed person, not very open. But this guy, look at this guy. The button open, that's a coat button open. He's meant to say he's very open. He's very willing, and he's trying to project us a very positive self-esteem. Of course, it does play an important aspect, but always follow the guidelines. If you have to wear in the formal attire, in the formal occasion, then always keep it closed. But otherwise, if you're comfortable keeping it open, not because it is tight, it also projects an image about yourself, stating that you are an open, go-getting person. Okay, here you are a little reserved unto yourself. You're not very open and friendly, not an extrovert at all. Okay, so this is what you can project yourself from this thing. So right from today, if at all your sitting habit is anything but this, change it to this because you know that this looks nice. Even when you're sitting in a coffee shop, if you're trying to have lunch at the dining table, if you're talking to somebody, bring your feet, girls, bring your feet and knees together and see the difference. You will look very gracious, you will look very feminine, you will look very elegant, you become very cautious about the way you're projecting yourself. Okay, so that's one of the things this picture I would like to bring in. Great, everybody got to speak something very nice. Let me see what do you have to say in okay, in the okay. Now let me come to sari draping. A little bit about whenever you're attending an interview. Okay, whenever you're attending an interview, this is for the women. Okay, men, I will come to you a little later. Okay, we have the habit of wearing a sari. I don't know how many of you wear the sari, but sari looks extremely elegant. But if worn properly, then it looks classy. If not worn properly, no matter how expensive the sari is, you can make it look like absolutely cheap and vulgar and fit for not use next use at all. She's wearing a very simple sari. Look at the color combination, earthly color, and black. Usually, what happens in black, it camouflages. If you're very fat, if there are some flaws, the black kind of covers it up. But when you wear white, it makes you look double the size that you are. It makes you look fat. But black makes you look thin. That's one thing about the color thing. I don't tell you that you should wear dark colors all the time. Okay. Now, most of the women, they keep their footwears outside. They keep the footwear near the house. So what happens? You get ready inside the room in your mirror, and then you go outside and you wear the shoes and you leave. So what happens? The sari, when you're standing, is like this. So when you wear your heels, the sari becomes a little bit more higher. So the first rule of wearing the sari is wear your blouse, wear your petticoat, and wear the slippers, wear your heels. Even if it is 1 inch, wear the shoes before wearing the sari, and then tie your sari. When you're tying the sari, please make sure that you tuck your first part of the sari and then take the pleat, the pallu. Measure the length, pin it up, and then you come to the pleats here. Okay. Then you will look not only the pallu, if you're short, if you wear the pallu in a longer manner, that means to say that you will look taller. If it is shorter, then if it is shorter, you will look a little fat. Okay, so even if you're fat or thin, always make sure it doesn't have to touch the ground, but a little just above your ankle or below your knees. Anywhere between after your ankle and after your knees and just above your ankle, it will make you look taller. Okay, and the length of this pleats, that is the pallu on your shoulder, should not be more than 4 to 5 inches. Okay, not too thin, not too fat. Okay, 4 to 5 will be an ideal inch. That is the forearms. When you keep your hand and when you keep your thumb on the four fingers, if you just see the thumb, when you see your palm and you see the where your thumb is touching, so the pallu pleat should be the length of that particular where your fingers starts from, the palm ends and the finger starts. So that 4 inches, it should be only 4 inches. So very neatly, you can keep your nameplate or you can pin it up nicely, and it will not be shown in any ways. Always make sure that you have to. Yeah, you're doing this. So whenever next time if you're trying to wear the sari, please put on the shoes and then wear the sari. Okay. And make sure that your hands, the sleeves of your hands are up to your elbows, so that you will look slender and slimmer. What happens if you're wearing a blouse with your hands up, three-fourths or too long? It becomes a little longer is okay, but wearing sleeveless or wearing three-fourths basically it makes your posture look uneven. So cover it up till your elbows. It makes you look very elegant and covers up your flaws. Okay, make sure that the neckline is always a little on the higher side, not revealing or showing, and you will feel confident even if you're bending or stretching or moving about, or you have to pick up something if it is fallen. You will not feel overtly cautious. Make sure that you have tucked it nicely and you have pinned it properly. Not too many pins. You can tie a sari with maximum 3 pins, one for this, one to make sure that your the one which comes through your bust line to your waistline, to hold it tightly there, and the third one to hold your pleats here. So this should be the way you wear the sari. Okay, it will any questions anybody has, or you already know about this? Swarnamai or Bismita or Priyadarshini, do you have any doubts about this?
No, no, ma'am.
You don't
No
wear
about
sari.
it.
Okay. And another very important
No, no, no.
factor is,
I wear sari. I said I knew about it because when we were in the managerial institution, they have taught us about all this grooming sessions, how
Mhm.
to be
Where did you
presentable
learn
with the
this?
skirt, how to see and with.
How do you,
Yeah, yeah.
where did you learn this?
From the institute where I have done my MBA.
Okay. So in MBA, grooming is a part of this thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Physical, that personality development, grooming session is most important. They have the course over there, how to
Okay.
sit, how to do your
Done.
own
Okay.
things, all these things.
Good. Okay. Another very important factor is make sure that there's no hair.
And the hair coming out, yeah.
Yeah, there is no hair coming out. No fringes and all that. It should be neatly pinned. Either it can be a pony or basically into a bun tied
A
up
bun.
nicely. Yeah, preferably
And
a
ma'am,
bun.
one more most important thing is no jewelries. We shouldn't
Yes.
wearing, more because there are people who love to wear jewel, big earrings and bangles with the sari. You shouldn't wear that. That's also
Yeah.
an important
Only
factor.
studs. Yeah, I was coming to
Yeah,
that.
one bangle is enough, or one that round top earring is enough.
Yes, basically pearl earring that looks for formal and it goes with almost all the attire. So when you're wearing earrings, make sure it's not dangling and it is not hangings. It's only a stud, only a ear stud. That means a pearl top or something like that. Only one small little earring, okay? And your hair has to be tied back and minimal jewelry. If you're wearing a bangle, only one bangle. If you're wearing a watch, yes, on the other hand, and the nail polish should be sober colors or light colors, definitely not green, pink, yellow, or outrageously loud colors. It has to be very neutral colors. It can be light, it can be pearly white, it can be white, or it can be neutral or nude colors, but loud colors can be avoided. All right. And when you're wearing the sari, make sure that the petticoat is not shown. It has to be, the sari definitely has to be longer than the petticoat. Okay, so these are very important factors when you're wearing your sari and your grooming. These are your grooming. And then comes to your makeup. No, not too very loud colors, something that goes well with your skin tone. And before you go for the interview, make sure that you practice at least twice, thrice what you're going to wear, how you're going to wear. And the lipstick should not be very loud, but yes, it should not be eaten up. Like, for example, if you put on the lipstick and then it is something that you eat, that eats up half the way when you drink water and all it goes, make sure that you put on a little bit of a lipstick, because half lipstick or a lipstick on the teeth or smudged here and there, it doesn't look very nice finishing. Okay, very light makeup, of course, highlight on the areas. For example, if you have something, some pimple or something, you can use a concealer. Maybe you can highlight your eyes. Okay, so that people will not look into that. That is it, especially for the fitness industry. I mean, like if you're good, where your physical appearance really matters, but then looking good is also always desirable in any kind of a working atmosphere. So always look present and always prepare for what you're going to wear one day in advance. Otherwise, never wear crumpled clothes or never wear crumpled shirts or pants. Always iron them, keep it, and visualize how you look. Once you keep it out, when you hang the clothes inside your bedroom one day before you go for an interview or before you're going for your job, it makes you feel extra confident as to, wow, okay, I'm going to look good. I think I will look very nice. You have to imagine yourself, so that positive vibes you're actually generating to that. So that's another very important thing. So now let's go on to a little bit of men's dressing. I think I've got it here. Mm. Yeah, here. When you're wearing, oh, okay, this is for women again. If at all you're wearing, for what do you call, salwar kameez. Okay, make sure that the colors are a little on the earthen side. Okay, you see, or a little formal, darker or formals. Yes. Wait a minute. I think I have that picture here. Don't I have? No, I don't have it here. Okay. Yeah, here. All right, so stick to colors that is not too very jazzy or too very loud. Wear comfortable clothes where you can follow this latest trends also, but make sure that the colors are a little office going, because you have to distinguish between your office wear and your personal outfits, like when you're going for a party and all those things. Now, when you're going in for office wear attires, what happens is you don't want attracting unwanted attention. You want to focus on your work. Okay, so what happens at an office thing? You have to just look least distracting to others, maximum attention to your work, so that no people will come and chit chat, or because your body language projects so much of an image trying to tell the other person who you are through, and then clothes is an expression of your attitude. So the more you are actually sober, the more you will actually feel like you're able to concentrate on your work. And whenever your hair is open, it's definitely going to distract you, because half the time you'll be fidgeting with your hair. So it's always requested that you must wear your hair tied up neatly back. If you don't, then you can probably, if you have short hair, then make sure that it's neatly placed behind your ears so that you don't have to touch it 100 times. Okay, now coming to men. Okay, men, you find men wearing, this is especially for Sai, men wear clothes which is not very corporate. I have not seen many people wearing corporate attire these days, except in metro cities or cosmopolitan cities, and where people really need to wear a collared job. Okay, that means in IT sectors and all those things, you have to wear formal shirts and pants and all that. So I always tell my students in all the classes, please invest in your clothes. When you're going for Durga Puja, when you're going for Ganesh Puja shopping, when you're going for any kind of a shopping, please invest. If you don't have money to buy an extra pair of a formal dress and you think that you're not going to use it, you will definitely be wasting money, because any dress that you buy right now in your cupboard, you see that you have not worn them more than 2-3 times. Okay. So what I would suggest you to do is, next time when you're going in for a clothes, make sure that you wear it for the next 5-6 years, not 5-6 times, 5-6 years. Even if you wear it once in a year, it creates an impression that it is long lasting and the style never fades away, and you're able to carry it well. Of course, you need to maintain the figure. Okay, so make sure that you are actually making, you need to invest in your clothes. Buy clothes that you can wear for a long, long, long time. Okay, girls and boys. If you want to invest in blazers, invest in them. Don't blindly buy 5-6 jeans or t-shirt, which is going to cost you 4,000 rupees. Instead, buy one blazer that will last you for the next 5-6 years. And you can wear it in many important functions. Believe me or not, you don't feel repeated, but it is very exclusive, and you must invest in clothes. Clothes is an integral part of your wardrobe, come what may. Okay, so don't blindly buy clothes. Invest and go for shopping when you don't have money. When you want to scroll, when you're going on Flipkart or whatever, don't buy it when you have money. Buy when you don't have one penny, and you will actually use your mind to know what really looks good and what you should actually invest in, and whether it will help you in your career, in projecting a self-image, will help you in terms of having that business kind of attire. When you're going in for a meeting, you have those clothes. So you should start investing. Nahi, mera ye kaam abhi nahi aayega. No, I don't need them now. I don't know if I'll ever use it. No, it doesn't matter. If you buy it and you use it, definitely one day will come where you will be having, oh no, I'm already ready for it. Okay. So men, if at all you're wearing the tie, Sai, if you're wearing a tie, make sure that the tie does not come below your belt level. Okay. It is up to the belt level, and make sure that the top part of the tie is longer than the one which is at the bottom. Many men have the habit of tying making the tie knot in such a manner where the second part of the tie, that one which comes beneath this or below this, is longer, and they hide it. So all this looks a little unprofessional, as if you're trying to just camouflage by to look good. So men should wear the tie which is not below the belt level or above, because both will look very terrible. Okay. And make sure that the tie knot is properly placed and it is in the middle. If at all you're wearing a tie, make sure it is not outrageously very loud. It has to just gel with this thing. Most of the men, of course, they prefer gray or blue. Definitely light or dark blue is what most of the men wear, but of course whites are also nice. And yes, if you're wearing something like this dark, then you must wear black. For men especially, Black means if you're wearing a black belt, the strap of your watch has to be black and the footwear has to be black. Please do not mix and match by wearing brown shoes and black belt and leather belt, which is casual. Okay, so make sure that it is in sync. These are the three integral, and if you have a bag, it has to again match with your other accessories. Okay, so let me just show you, let me just take you to this slide where we have these are the basic things that you need to contain. Okay, if at all you're wearing a heels, girls, make sure that it is closed. Okay, it is better if you wear something closed because it will go well both with sari as well as western formals. So next time, instead of buying 5 6 slippers, buy one nice heels. Okay, and make sure that the heel is strong enough and you're buying it from a good company, because it really, otherwise if it is not of a good company, if you slip and fall, it might hurt you and give you long injury. So make sure at least it is 1.5 to 2 inches, not very long, until unless you're very, you're lean and thin and can carry it off well. Okay, preferably close because it projects a lot of self-image. So if you can't stand for a long time also, if there is an opening in the front which has easing for your toes, then fair enough. But again, please to choose your shoes wisely and make sure at least it is 1 inch tall. It gives you that extra confidence. Always buy jewelry or earrings which is very minimal, not hanging or dangling. If at all you're wearing a chain, it has to be just not, I mean, like this is just the wrong kind of a chain. You have to wear not more than a pearl. Okay, or something, a simple chain, not a very big necklace and all that. If you're wearing a watch, then it has to be something simple and one hand. Of course, these are metal ones, so make sure that everything that you're wearing matches well. Okay, your shoes and your handbag is definitely again an investment. If at all you want to buy one good one and wear it and use it exclusively. Okay, but it's all these are projecting your image. Now when it comes to men, okay, that's the men's footwear. That's the men's. Okay, so gray. I think that is another cement gray, and then you have black. Okay, your belt. These are the basic accessories. So if you're having a black accessories, then you must make sure that your bag is also black in color. So these are basic etiquettes and manners that you need to learn. So in today's this thing you spoke about few photographs just to understand about my classes, if I'm able to make you speak. And then we carried on with the body language, positive self-image, how you will sit and how you will practice sitting henceforth. If you were not conscious, here afterwards you will become conscious. You will sit with your feet. Men will sit with 1 feet apart. Practice. Okay, and your feet firmly on the ground, not crossed or not here and there, not one leg underneath, one leg pointing southwards and northwards. Both the legs at the same level, very firmly placed onto the ground, and your shoulders, your knees and your feet has to be in the same angle, not to protrude it out or not to protrude it in. Okay, women, always make sure that your feet and your knees are always closed, because we are from India and we have the habit of wearing closed clothes. We do not give so much of importance to keeping our knees together. But once you start practicing to keep your knees and feet together, not only does that give you a very positive self-image about yourself, but also you'll be projecting a very positive impression to the other person, besides telling them that you're very, very professional. Okay, so that's one thing. And whenever you're wearing a sari, make sure that you wear them only after you wear the footwear, and make sure that the height gets in correctly. Okay, and your hair has to be tied back. No loose hair, no dangling hair. It doesn't. You don't want to show the length of your hair. You're not going there to be getting selected as a bride. You're going to get selected for the company. All right. So how you project yourself. If at all you're wearing a salwar kameez, it doesn't matter if you're wearing, but then you make sure that it is very formal and the colors are sober or earthly. Even if you're wearing a sari, make sure that the blouse does not have very revealing necks. It is high and minimal makeup. You can, if you're good in grooming, good enough, but make sure that you dab onto the lipstick just before going into the interview, so that it's not half eaten and it's not smudged, or your teeth does not have this thing. Okay, and wear perfumes which is not too very overtly strong. Make sure that you wear the perfume which is just good enough with the ambience, not too loud. Okay, righto. So that's what I wanted to tell about your interview skills and all that. In the next class, I'll tell you more about the next chapter we have to do. Few syllabuses about. So we'll carry on that. Okay. Anybody wants any other clarification for the previous thing? More of grammar, more of reading, anything that you want, you're welcome to let me know, so that you make sure that you get the maximum. What is that exactly you want? We'll get. I think we have done enough of grammar. We have done enough of passage reading. I've told you about intonation, pitch, pause, projection. I've also given you a lot of motivational videos, and then how to enhance. We have done tongue twisters. We have done what else we have done? We have done prepositions. Then we have done antonyms and synonyms. We have done sight words. Most importantly, the importance of sight words. Yes, so all these have been done to you, covered to you. Now we move on to more things. Anything else that you want me to emphasize on? Please feel free to let me know. Bismita, I actually followed your advice to deduct many of the antonyms and synonyms, which is not instead of going through. So that's what we did in the previous class. So I cut it down, and I think we did about 200 words or something like that. And we finished that. Yes. So thanks so much for the advice. Anything anybody wants to say? Rashmita has come now. What will I do? 7 o'clock she tells. No attendance, Rashmita. Don't cheat me like this.
No, ma'am. आधा घंटा से आई, जब आप लेडी के बारे में बता रहे थे तब मैं आ गई हूँ।
छुट्टी एब्सेंट। चलो मैं आपके बारे में कंप्लेंट
थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम में हो गया ना, इसलिए।
अच्छा ठीक है। अच्छा मैं कंप्लेंट
नहीं मैम, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। मेरा मोबाइल पता नहीं कैसे हैंग आउट हो गया, ऐसे कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ गया तो ओपन नहीं हो पाया।
I believe you. Okay, I believe you. ठीक है? I trust you. ठीक है? सुबह से तो कोई नहीं मिला उल्लू बनाने के लिए, मैं एक ही मिला, तो चलो कर लो।
क्यों बनाओ?
आधा घंटे से nobody will believe you, okay?
ब्राउन ब्लाउज के बारे में बता रहे थे, तभी से मैं आ गई थी।
Oh, very good. बहुत अच्छा. Great. Okay, so Sai, then we have Swarnamai, then we have Antonia, then we have Bismita. Okay, Sai, anything in particular you want me to focus in the next class? Anything?
Sorry, ma'am?
Anything more you want me to do in the next class? You want more of body language? Do you want more of, what else do you want? Anything in particular?
Ma'am, body language.
More of body language. What about Priyadarshini Pal? What do you want?
I'm also body language.
You also want body language. Okay, Bismita?
No, man, nothing in